Hello and welcome, my name is Zane and this is my guide to killing green and blue dragons in the Myths Guild. So let's get right into it. So in order to do these effectively, you'll need to have completed the Dragon Slayer 2 quest to gain access to the Myths Guild. You'll need 70 plus in your combat stats, obviously the higher the better, and ideally you'll also have about 10 mil for gear. That said, you can do this in a welfare setup, just keep in mind that it can affect your profit per hour if you do. And onto the equipment section. Now most of this is to your own preference, but there's a few things that I tell you to focus on. Get the highest prayer bonus you can while having a high strength bonus. You'll also want to maximise your stab bonus because dragons are weak to stab. If you're not using a Zamorakin Hasta or similar stab weapon, then by all means use an Abyssal Whip or a Dragon Scimitar. In that case, I would recommend going with the Dragon Defender. An alternative is use the Dragon Fire Shield, which is more AFK, and in my 10 hours testing the matte green dragons and blue dragons, I found that the Dragon Defender and the Dragon Fire Shield, with a Zamorakin Hasta at least, didn't really make much of a difference. The only other thing is I do recommend equipping your Myths Guild cape. Although it doesn't give you good bonuses for this, it does give you a teleport there and saves you a slot in your inventory. As for your inventory, you want to keep things very light for this. I recommend bringing any potions that you're going to use in one doses so you're not wasting any space. If you're using a Dragon Defender, then you will need a super extended anti-fire potion to protect you from the Dragon Fire. If you aren't, then you'll save an inventory space, a way of getting to a prayer altar, and a way of banking. In my case, that's teleporting to my house and using my ornate rejuvenation pool. You could also just teleport to your house and use a prayer altar and then go to the bank. And another alternative would be to use a Ring of Dueling to Clan Wars. As for getting to the dragons, it's fairly simple. You just equip your Myths Guild cape or have it in your inventory, right click and teleport to the Myths Guild. Then all you want to do is go straight into the statue and follow the path either southeast for green dragons or full on south for blue dragons. The one thing I'd mention for this is to try and position yourself between as many dragons as possible that you're trying to kill. So if you're going for green dragons, sit between them both. If you're going for blue dragons, then go all the way south to where there's 3 blue dragons rather than just the 2 that you'll see initially. As for the method itself, you basically just want to pot up, turn on your preserve prayer if you have it, turn on any offensive combat prayers that you may have, and then just go to town killing the blue dragons or the green ones until you've got a completely full inventory. At that point, what you're going to want to do is bank, restore your prayer points and your hit points, and then go straight back again. Because these are very simple, there aren't too many tips you can use here, but there are a few that I learned over the course of doing my test. The first one is that you really want to prioritise getting as many kills as you can per hour, rather than sustaining over trips. Which means if you have to bank without full inventory in order to up your prayers again, it's usually worth doing. The other thing I'd mention is that both green and blue dragons drop nature runes, so it's a really good idea to bring a rune pouch and put your teleportation runes plus nature runes in there to save another inventory space. My final tip for you, just to up your kills per hour by a little bit, is focus on picking up your loot in any downtime you have between kills while you're waiting for any respawns if you're killing green dragons, or you can pull the dragon over to the loot pile and pick it up while you kill the dragon. This is just to reduce any downtime where you're not attacking dragons to make sure you're doing as much damage as you possibly can. All in all, both green and blue dragons in the Myths Guild are really good money per hour and also very competitive combat experience for the most part, so I really do recommend you give them a try if that's what you're looking for. And with all that said, that's the end of the guide. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. Hope you're having a nice day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!